Surprise! It's day 3 of my 7-day 2019 Beauty Counter kickoff. You are here and I am grateful. 7 days of the same old would start to get very dull, so I decided to get just a little bit crazy. Since I'm wearing one of the products on my face, I am going to switch the pillars around and start with the one on Amazing Products, and that's pillar 2. I'll share 2 with you today, and first is the Balancing Charcoal Facial Mask. It's nutrient rich. It contains, and this is what it looks like. It goes a long way. I mean, I put really very little on my face. I think that this will probably last me at least 3 or 4 months. It's nutrient rich and contains kaolin, a type of natural clay, and salicylic acid. It also contains hyaluronic acid, which everybody apparently loves and wants in all of their products because it helps with the skin's water retention. It promotes smoother looking skin. The mask also has vitamin C and some organic peppermint oil, which is why I have this pepperminty smell around me. And it also cools the skin. I can definitely feel my skin getting tight while it's on, but once I wash it off my face, it feels clean and soft. I keep it on for 10 to 15 minutes, so this will come off as soon as I'm done with you guys. In case you're wondering, it washes off easily, but watch out because the gray water gets messy if you're a big splasher. The second product is the Overnight Resurfacing Facial Peel, and it's really in a pretty little bottle. The name is misleading because it doesn't actually peel. I've heard about heavy-duty peels that force you into seclusion for a few days because they set your face on fire. Up until recently, I had never used a facial peel and not even felt compelled to use one. And then considering that the Beauty Counter only used safe ingredients, I wondered how powerful their facial peel could really be. But I kept hearing really good things about this resurfacing peel, and so I decided that I really had to try it. I've been using it 3 nights a week for the past 2 weeks, so what I share with you is a pretty honest assessment of what I've noticed so far. I'm in my 50s, and I don't ever expect to look like I'm 30 again, but I do notice a difference, especially around and under my eyes. I feel like my complexion is a little bit brighter. The peel contains 15 botanically derived acids. 9 are for resurfacing and they clear away the old skin, and then 6 are for soothing so that you don't feel the tingling or burning sensation that's common with other peels. It's good for all kinds of skin conditions, acne scars, dark spots, uneven pigmentation, pores and blackheads, fine lines, and wrinkles. So assuming that my face isn't too distracting, I will shift our focus to pillar 1. We reverse the orders, which is the mission to educate and advocate. And so I'm going to respond to the question, does cleaner beauty really matter? And I would say yes. We all know people who have had health issues that can't be explained. Breast cancer rates are increasing, and one of the articles I read said that they were increasing at an alarming rate. The good news is that mortality rates are going down thanks to early detection and medical advances for treating the cancer once it's been diagnosed. But the bad news is that along with lung cancer, breast cancer is one of the most common cancers among women. As of October 2018, it was estimated that by the end of 2018, more than 300,000 women in the United States would be diagnosed, and of those cases, 41,400 would result in death. So why is it that breast cancer is so widespread, and yet only 5 to 10% of all cases can be attributed to genetics? That is a pretty well documented fact. It's not something that we just kind of bandy about. And that's just one medical condition, cancer, breast cancer. Consider the increasing rates of infertility, allergy-related conditions that are steadily on the increase. I was really fascinated to learn that Southwest Airlines, a major publicly traded U.S. corporation, no longer serves peanuts. I guess enough parents expressed concern related to this epidemic of peanut allergies. Um, I personally think that that's a bit drastic, but admittedly, my 15-year-old nephew recently had to go to the emergency room because he mistakenly ate some walnuts and had a severe allergy to tree nuts. I just don't remember allergies being talked about as much as they are today. So even scientists and medical professionals can't really be exactly sure what's causing these ailments, and a lot of it's just attributed to environmental conditions. When you consider the high success rates of the birth control patch and the nicotine patch that get applied to the skin, we know that what we put on our skin penetrates much deeper into the body. So if we're putting 10 to 15 products on our skin every day, year after year, products with unknown chemical ingredients, it's reasonable to believe that some of those chemicals are actually harming our bodies. And if we're not sure, and if there's a safe alternative, why wouldn't we choose it, especially for our children? So this issue is at the heart of the clean beauty movement. Switching to pillar 3, the great business opportunity, I'm going to talk about the great training and support that the Beauty Counter offers to its consultants. You might recall from video 2 that one of the criteria for maintaining its B Corporation status included employee empowerment. And as a company, the Beauty Counter represents an incredible network of people, really a community. They're focused on success within all 3 of the pillars. Not only does the Beauty Counter's leadership provide great training and support to all of its consultants, but it's constantly adding new tools to promote even greater success. And then there are all of the other consultants around the country. They're at different consultant levels, sharing best practices and worst practices. This is probably one of them. And they're always at the ready to assist. Here in Annapolis, where I live, the Beauty Counter presence is strong. And I'm amazed at how able and willing they are to encourage and support what I'm doing. This is a good place for me to give a big shout out to my mentor and coach, Molly Hauk, who recently achieved the executive director level. Only a small percentage of consultants achieve this level, and it's because of her commitment to the business and to the cause that she's been able to do that, and it really inspires me to follow in her footsteps. At the most basic level, from a training perspective, Beauty Counter has created what they call behind the counter area at the website that consultants access, not customers. This area is filled with resources of all types. It includes training modules, tools like business cards, meeting planners and thank you cards, marketing materials, business how-to guidelines, and product training. And then new consultants receive an email every day for the first 21 days after signing on from headquarters with information and tips about how to jumpstart their business. There's also a weekly newsletter that comes from corporate that goes out to everyone, not just the new consultants. And then additional resources include a team page on Facebook, the use of Voxer's walkie-talkie messenger to get all the latest updates from your local team, and then to receive nearly instantaneous responses for pressing questions. Weekly training calls happen on Monday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the Annapolis group has regular meetings on the first Tuesday of every month in downtown Annapolis. Lastly, this past September, there was a well-attended regional event. I think there was probably about 150 people there. It was called Counter Training. It was held at a restaurant in Baltimore, and it included consultants from Maryland, Virginia, and Pennsylvania. And I found it to be extremely informative and very inspiring. So to sum up this last pillar about the great business opportunity, I would just say that if you want to be successful as a Beauty Counter consultant, there's really nothing that can stop you. We're done for day 3, and I'm ready to take this thing off. If you decide to join me for tomorrow, and I hope you will, for day 4, here's what I will cover. Pillar 1, the mission to educate and advocate. Who is the Environmental Working Group, the EWG? Pillar 2, the amazing products, I will introduce you to my 4 favorite cosmetics: the eyebrow pencil, the eyeshadow, the bronzer, and the sheer lipstick. And Pillar 3, a great business opportunity, we'll talk a little bit about Beautycounter in the media. That's it for today. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning.